All-Time Great 10 presents 10 must-see travel destinations. Grand Canyon, if North America's greatest natural wonder, a red-hued canyon 277 river miles long, 18 miles wide, and 1 mile deep doesn't make your mouth drop in awe, then you might not be human. While the North Rim attracts fewer visitors, you'll most likely appreciate the epic vistas of the South Rim. There are plenty of spots to pull the car over and have a look from the top, but we recommend trekking along the rim on foot. You can also descend into the canyon's depths via mules or guided hiking excursions, experience the heart of the canyon by raft on the Colorado River, and even spend the night at a lodge below the rim. Angkor Wat, built by Khmer King Suryavarman II in the first half of the 12th century, Angkor Wat was one of the most significant architectural achievements of ancient times, and remains the world's largest religious monument today. The sprawling Cambodian temple complex is a source of national pride and international renown thanks to its distinctive sandstone spires, intricate artistry, and massive moat that encloses the grounds in a 3.5-mile perimeter. First dedicated to Vishnu as a Hindu temple and later a center of Theravada Buddhism, the well-preserved site is one of over 1,000 temples in the Angkor area, many of which are easily accessible from nearby Siem Reap. Petra, chiseled out of pale pink sandstone, the ancient metropolis of Petra in Jordan's Jebel al-Madba Mountains is an architectural and engineering marvel nonpareil. Carved more than 2,000 years ago by the Nabateans, a nomadic Arab tribe, the breathtaking megalith boasts an abundance of awe-inspiring rock facades, formations, tombs, and temples. You enter the UNESCO World Heritage Site through the Syke, a narrow, winding gorge so steep you must crane your neck to see the sky. After about a kilometer, the gorge opens to reveal the massive treasury, one of Petra's most famous ruins. Iguazu Falls, Iguazu National Park, situated on the international border of Argentina and Brazil, features one of the world's most striking natural wonders. Iguazu Falls offers a misty and majestic realm of rushing, roaring water with rainbows adorning the cascades, which stretch for nearly 2 miles. Experience this marvel up close from one of the wooden walkways that stretch out over the river, and be sure to take in the spectacular vista from the giant balcony of the Devil's Throat. Chichén Itzá, the 1,500-year-old pyramids, located just 75 miles from the town of Mérida, may be less popular than their counterparts in Egypt, but they're just as striking. The main attraction at this Mayan site is El Castillo, the 78-foot, 91-step central pyramid. For those visiting this part of the world during the summer months, it's wise to arrive in the early morning or late afternoon when temperatures are cooler. Pyramids of Giza, like Stonehenge, many mysteries surround the construction of these 3 pyramids which are part of a mausoleum complex. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the best known of the group standing outside of Cairo, is the only one of the ancient 7 wonders of the world that also graces our list. Finished around 2560 BC, the 481-foot creation, now shorter due to erosion, was the tallest man-made structure in the world for 38 centuries until the completion of Lincoln Cathedral in 14th century in England. Galápagos Islands, located some 600 miles off the South American coast, this Ecuadorian archipelago has been drawing nature lovers to its remote shores ever since an unknown geologist named Charles Darwin explored the islands in 1835. A one-time outpost of pirates and prisoners, the Galápagos Islands are also home to an incredibly diverse collection of flora and fauna, including many species such as the Galápagos giant tortoise and marine iguana that can be found nowhere else on Earth. Today, 97% of the archipelago's land area is protected by a national park. Visitors can get up close and personal with wildlife on guided boat tours, scuba expeditions, and hikes, where curious creatures often approach sightseers without hesitation. Machu Picchu, 8,000 feet above sea level, this 5-century-old pre-Columbian site was once the home to the Incas. Until American historian Hiram Bingham publicized his findings of the area in a 1911 book called Across South America, the mountaintop ruins were widely unknown to anyone living outside of the Urubamba Valley and nearby Cusco. Since Spanish colonialists had no idea of Machu Picchu's existence, its Incan architecture and design were preserved. There are 2 ways up to the old peak, by train or on foot. Unless you're wildly adventurous and don't mind a 2 to 4 day massive hike up the Inca Trail. Taj Mahal, an architectural love letter, this massive marble temple in northern India is one of the most recognizable structures on the planet. It was built in the first half of the 17th century by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan to hold the body of his beloved third wife, Mumtaz Mahal. The building is now a mausoleum for both. The construction took more than 22 years to complete, requiring as many as 20,000 workers. Some skilled artisans came from as far as Constantinople, today Istanbul, and about 1,000 elephants were used to transport materials. Great Wall of China, thousands of miles long, passing through 156 counties, with 7,062 lookout towers, the Great Wall of China is the largest cultural relic humans have ever built. It snakes through China ever so majestically, around undulating hills and through a vast countryside, stretching from Shanhaiguan in the east to Lop Lake in the west. Wall construction began more than 2,000 years ago in an attempt to keep out the tribes from the north.